only $14.99.
Don't miss the call. Download Band. Communication made easy.
Ben, Sam, and Ken are on separate journeys to defeat the menacing Vile Dragon. But let's just say luck isn't on their side. If only there was a way for them to find each other and band together. Well, that's why there's Band. It's a mobile app that allows people to come together using common interests. With Band, you can find fellow gamers, chat, schedule gaming sessions, and conduct polls. Stage epic battles with friends while sharing videos and photos along the way. So try Band today. Band. Be together.
All right, welcome back to the Collegiate Star League here in our round of 16 West bracket game of the week. I guess game of the night. It's UC San Diego, ranked number 4, flexing their muscles against number 13, UC Riverside, up 1-0. I'm Daniel Degon Gonzalez. With me doing the analysis is the analyst, Seamoose. My bad, that was very important to get correct.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, no one's doing the analyst tonight other than me, and we are into the picks and bands, as that first match was a bit of a rough one for the 13th seed UCR. So, you know, one thing I questioned was their bot lane composition, and instantly we are going to see a Shen band away, so they're really respecting Ixinbei.
Yep, they're definitely respecting Ixinbei. Ixinbei coming in as a Plat 1 top laner. Did finish Diamond last year. We'll give him that, but like I said earlier, has a small champ pool. If you get rid of the Shen, get rid of the Maokai, you leave him with maybe Poppy, but definitely a Riven. And there
so he's a former Diamond one-trick Riven player? Is that the getting to know Ixinbei?
That is getting to know the Bay known as Ixinbei. LeBlanc still not handed over to Felix. And Karma taken away by UCR or UCSD, right? UCSD? Yeah, UCSD taken away. If they don't have the opportunity to play that boost around speed composition, they're not going to let the other team play it either. Rengar taken away. There's a respect ban. Obese Panda going to have to find someone else to carry on.
Yeah, so no Obese Pandas with Rengar clause there, but considering how strong the jungle position is anyway, there's definitely a few champions there for them to pick up. Another Varus ban. We saw him banned in game 1 by UCSD, if I'm not mistaken, so they might just be respecting Akio wins Varus there. And now since UCR, we have swapped sides, so they're going to be able to pick up that first choice champion. Depending on what they go for, we could see whether or not they want to stick to what they did before, or if they're going to go for something new. And that Maokai is new, as he was banned away in game number 1.
Yep, banned away indeed. So will be in the hands of Saucy Cells. Hopefully he'll be able to do something there. That's a good way to go ahead and limit that pool in the top lane, though, right? Get rid of one and then pick the other. That puts him on his third champion.
Well, D-God, you say that, but look at all these hover overs.
Yeah, he's listening.
Like, I can do anything. I can play any champion. So
the Bay taking charge here.
Oh, Jin was banned out last game too, but I kind of want to see Ixinbei insta-lock something like an Aurelia would be pretty sick. Probably not going to do it. I'd imagine just based off his playstyle, he plays more tanky, supportive champion, more or less. And it's certainly what's strong as well. Ooh, speaking of strong, though, instant locking in Jin as well as Kha'Zix. So Obese Panda played the Rengar in game 1, Game 2, he's got to be rocking the bug.
Either way, Jae gonna get shown what this bug could possibly do here by an obese panda.
Mhm.
And I think it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. They're really risking on possibly pushing Ixinbei onto a lesser champion and not picking that Jin. We really wanted to see a Akio win on a meta champion. This was one way to go ahead get rid of it or get it if you first pick the Jin. But they're gonna really trust Akio on his third or fourth AD carry.
So Lee Sin locked in by Jaeyoung and a Sivir as well for a Kia win there. So the Sivir is going to be swapping sides as well. And I like the Lee Sin pickup because Jaeyoung H actually had some pretty good movement and early pressure and the early levels of the game. That's actually how UCR was able to get first blood and the initial advantage in the game. That being said, though, an obese panda and the rest of the team from UCSD, they sort of ran away with the lead that they found. But having another strong early game jungler like this from Jaeyoung, as long as he can play up to par with an obese panda, is going to be really good for the early game pressure.
So Jaeyoung has played a lot of Lee Sin. That's one of his champions, one of his go-tos, especially, I mean, if you're a competitive jungler, usually one of your go-tos, but that's something that hopefully he'll be able to participate on and really come in and help out his team, kind of facilitate, because he didn't really get to facilitate other than the first kill that he got on Kha'Zix. But other than that, everything's kind of been, getting caught out, trying to catch up, and Obese Panda just really, really taking charge here. I'm really interested to see Source Guy's support pick here because, like we said, that misfortune getting shoved under the tower with Sivir wasn't able to get vision, and that was the downfall of his team. Lee Sin's going to be able to get his own vision, but it'll be even more helpful if Sora Sky can really impact that part of the game.
So taking a look at the other picks now, Felix is going to be rocking the Orianna instead of Ping Me Int, another Swapperoonie, and we're going to see the Lulu from Shopping. So more or less similar to Karma. I mean, a little bit more single champion specific as opposed to the entire team, but has a very similar playstyle and a very similar sort of supportive build you up type support. And with a solid tank, that composition is going to be very fierce. That being said, though, Akio Win is hovering over a Katarina, and he's going to lock it in. Oh, boy, this is going to be sick.
So I will definitely say as well, Akio, which is actually Ping Me Int, has played some Katarina this season. It's been this season too because it's been reworked, and I think that's actually a good thing. If you have a lot of games on old Katarina and then you're like, okay, it's back in meta, it'd probably be a little tilting, but
she's
definitely
different
this season. Yep.
Yeah, that more or less rework where she can no longer shunpo to her wards. She can shunpo to any ally or enemy champion as well as her daggers, and that's that entirely new mechanic. But overall, her game plan, her strategy is pretty similar. You want to avoid crowd control and mash buttons to do damage quickly. Now, 15 seconds to go, and Ixinbei, or I should say Shopping, is hovering over a Teemo. As far as champion diversity is concerned, if he actually locked it in...
Oh,
okay, he didn't do it. Nah, he went for the wise pick. So putting up the success of the team over his pride, I would say there. Selfless call, probably the right call to make, but the fact that he locks in a Nautilus is going to make it harder for Pingmei in too, because he was probably expecting or planning on running this Katarina because there wasn't that much crowd control from the side of UCSD. Well, UCSD's crowd control has essentially now doubled with that top laner.
Definitely has doubled indeed, but I think this might not be the worst thing here for UC Riverside. Ping Me Int, their hard carry player, their master tier player, Akio Wind, challenger AD carry, getting him something that they can go ahead and play some macro on. But putting your eggs in that basket, everyone else seems to go ahead and now have to play around Katarina. On the other side, you have Felix playing an Orianna. He definitely got dumpstered in the lane last time with just two inexplicable positioning mistakes. So maybe Ping Me Int will be able to go ahead and take off, hard carry this team into another game, because the Fed Katarina is dirty.
He absolutely could. One thing we didn't really touch on was the fact that we actually saw a Dark Seal pickup by Ping Me Int while running the Orianna last game. And yes, he got a little bit of help from his jungler, but he essentially beat Felix 1v1. So if the Katarina, if he goes that same item build and he gets early Magi stacks and he snowballs on Katarina, that's an entirely different situation from Orianna because he could just start clearing out the entire enemy team. You mentioned Pingmia in being like the sort of, not the only carry, but the primary carry, the champion that the players pivot around for UC Riverside. And this Katarina pick, it's the kind of pick that, you know, you either go hard or you go home. I'm curious to see if he can actually take off.
Right. And on the other side, throughout the season, there's been different carrying from the three major positions from jungle and obese panda, like we saw last game. From the mid lane, Felix has popped off before and always consistent, if not exceptional, limited extent in the bot lane. So you have three things to worry about on the opposite side of mainly just two in Akio Wind and Ping Me In. Jae-Young has been there to support and get others fed. One of his pocket picks is a Zac, and the Zac playstyle, Zac mentality isn't to go ahead and hard carry. It's to be a gank master and always be there for your team to feed him up. And it seems like that's what's going to be happening here with the Lee Sin pick.
Yeah, the early and the mid game is where you're going to want to see UC Riverside find advantages if you are a Riverside fan, because when it comes to the actual 5v5 6-item late game, I'm pretty sure even with a Maokai and a Sivir, their team fighting just isn't as strong as a Jhin Orianna combo is going to be, especially with the Lulu to back it up. So Jae-Young H, Lee Sin isn't going to be super strong as it gets into that laser point. He's not going to be playing it as a DPS carry champion, but he can definitely have an early game impact, especially if he goes for a Cleaver Warriors build. And he'll need to have a strong start if he wants to help elevate Ping Me Int and Akio Wind up enough so that they can push this to a third game.
Well, something that can help any team is Band Gaming, one of our sponsors here at Collegiate Star League. It's Band Gaming, the social app, the primary social app of the Collegiate Star League, with as many features as creating groups, boards, calendar functions, polls, chats, and as of recently, call functionality. Band is the premier social experience for you and your fellow gamers alike. Find out more at band.us/home or find them in your Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Thanks to Twitch.tv, the largest streaming platform for gaming, for helping us make collegiate esports is what it is and help us go ahead and broadcast our events. Be on the lookout for cool opportunities to get involved with Twitch in the near future and show them some love, obviously, on Twitter and on Facebook at twitter.com/Twitch and facebook.com/Twitch. And finally is Asus. Thank you to Asus for joining the CSL family for the 2016 and 2017 family, provider of everything esports. We're going to go ahead and take a very, very short break, but when we come back, we're going to go ahead and blast right into the game after this very, very quick break. Don't touch that browser.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Short break it was. We're back into the Rift. No playback problems, no more pauses. We're in at 40 seconds here of our Game 2 between UC Riverside and UC San Diego. UCSD up 1-0 against UC Riverside. Riverside on the blue side. So as always, let's go ahead and run down those rosters. In the top lane, it's Saucy Cells playing Maokai. At jungle, it's Jae-Young playing Lee Sin. At mid lane, it's Ping Me Int playing Katarina. At AD carry and support, it's Akio Wind and Sora Sky playing Sivir and Nami, respectively.
And on the red side for UCSD, you guys already know the order. It's Ixinbei on Nautilus, and Obese Panda on Kha'Zix, Felix on Orianna, limited extent on that Jhin, and Shopping on the Lulu. A little bit of poking there, but once again, that line of scrimmage and a essentially neutral start from both jungles.
Well, actually, it's the same start as last game for UCSD. They went ahead and put a ward down on the Raptor camp and got, again, just a little bit of knowledge to follow the pathing of Jae Young, and that's going to go ahead and help Obese Panda play around that. They did that last time. We'll see how this one plays out.
Yep, something else to look for is the early game pressure that Felix puts on Ping Me IN's Katarina. At these early levels, Orianna can definitely outpoke the cat, and that's what we're seeing already. That being said, though, Ping Me IN doing a good job of using the 2 caster minions actually to trade back some damage. So, and he does also go for the Dark Seal. That's a really aggressive Katarina build, but honestly, it's one of the better items to go because you have the potential snowballing stacks there, and if you can build into an early Magi's and find just 1 or 2 kills, that can really start going out of control.
And that's what happened last game. He did find 1 or 2 kills, so something to be aware of. He's trusting his fancy footwork to dodge the command attacks out of Felix. Felix going to go ahead and show off his ball control. We got to see it out of Ping Me INT last time as we get a little bit of an aggressive trade here in the bottom lane. Akio very low, limited extent, looking for that 4th shot on the Whisper, but oh, very nice boomerang blade there.
Oh my goodness,
chunk it down,
Shopping.
But Sky very low, Shopping, trying to get the early gold in the mid lane. Felix going in, Jae Young is there as well. A little bit of a lag, flash over the wall. Will it go ahead and kill him? No, it's not, he lives! The flash will continue, but the ganks in the mid lane both fail, and everything's reset.
Everything is reset, but it seems like half of the champions in the game have blinking HP bars. Oh my goodness, Ping Me INT skillfully using his potion there to actually keep him alive through that damage. And in the bot lane, we saw some nice glitter lances from Shopping, and he's hitting some again. Sora Sky being pushed away. Oh boy.
Yeah, just a lot of damage. Source Guy out of mana. That's going to be an issue. In the top lane, Ixinbei just taking saucy cells to bank.
This is so risky.
Misses the anchor toss, goes for the damage and picks it up. Ixinbei
Nice.
correctly taking the tower aggro, and Obese Panda gets out with the first kill.
Exactly. If they had messed up, oh boy.
Oh, Soros Guy in a little bit of trouble. Fancy footwork, flash forward by Shopping, and it's time. Shopping, the carry of the bot lane, picks up yet another kill.
Oh man, they knew exactly how much damage they needed to do. Nice dodge there to dodge away the deadly flourish, but the flash follow-up from Shopping secures him the kill. And 2 kills nearly simultaneously over to UCSD. They were behind in the early stages of last game. Finding an advantage this early on could spell serious trouble.
We'll temper the expectations just a little bit. The kill did go on the top lane to Ixinbei, not Obese Panda, and the kill in the bottom lane went to Shopping, not limited extent. But either way, a super start here for the Tritons.
Oh yeah, junglers and supports are the real carries, right guys?
Yeah,
no,
sure,
no,
sure, sure.
no one
Yeah,
responds, just crickets. Deacon, he leaves the call and he's like, all right, Seamus, oh boy.
Oh, here comes Jae Young in the mid lane, and Felix
Yeah,
in a little
he's
bit of
dead.
trouble. Ping Me INT going in, and Felix doing what he does best, dying to the mid lane. Ping Me INT picks up another kill. The shining hope here for UCR.
All right, so I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna be totally biased here. Hold on, Saucy Cells, you're gonna die first. Okay, goodbye. Oh!
Saucy
Wait a
Cells,
second.
flashy plays.
I spoke
Might
too
be able to
soon.
get away. Yes, you did.
Okay,
Solid
all right,
stuff.
Saucy, you have my respect there. But I really want to go back to that mid lane fight. So for those of you who don't know, Katarina has been reworked. She's actually one of my favorite champions now, and she gets resets off of her dagger on her Shunpo. So because the first dagger from the Q gave him the Shunpo, he was able to follow up the damage, and he got 2 stacks so far on his Dark Seal. Now, meanwhile, in the top lane, we saw the gank from an Obese Panda trying to snowball that advantage for him, but Saucy Cells, he was able to use that twisted advance and then flash away. That being said, though, he loses that summoner, but overall stays alive, and the turret is up too. So some answers there from the Riverside side, and they still find themselves 1,000 gold behind, but definitely not out.
The old Riverside side, indeed.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, but I didn't want to just say Riverside. Anyway.
The side of the river. Either way, huge play there for Saucy not to go down to head 0-2 within 5 minutes. That's solo queue rage status there. Either way.
Yeah, it is.
So he's going to be able to try to work his way back in it. Maokai scales nicely anyways.
Can we take a moment to like... So this is one of the reasons why I love casting Collegiate, to respect the summoner names that these guys have. Like Saucy Cells and Shopping. And then one of my other favorite ones besides an Obese Panda is Ping Me Int. Oh boy.
Ping Me Int
Oh!
going in. Felix able to get the shockwave.
All right.
Ping Me Int has to go back. A little bit of aggression there. Very lucky that Obese Panda wasn't there. Both junglers nearby, but not close enough for a counter gank.
I expected some more follow-up, but neither summoner was used by either mid laner, and neither jungler showed up. So that was way less hype than it had to be. But I guess he just used that to get the shockwave cooldown out. That being said, though, Katarina's early... hold on. Felix in trouble?
Oh, Felix in a little bit of
James
trouble.
level
Jaeyoung
6,
going back to the weak
Oh,
lane.
just got 6.
Fancy footwork there.
That was sick.
That was very nice. Felix showing off why he's the dancing robot ballerina in Oriana. Living up to the lore's name. Now Kia Win taking a little bit of a trade. Saucy Cells going a little bit as well. And in the mini-map, Obese Panda now, because he got to see that failed gank by Jaeyoung, is going to go onto the bottom side of the map and counter gank. Counter jungle.
Yeah, is that actually what her lore is, Deacon? She a dancing robot lady?
Yeah, isn't that what it is? Jin?
No,
Jin
I really
created
don't know.
her in the face of... Jin created her in the face of beauty, and then she like danced to make him happy.
I think this is your
that's what it
fan
is.
fiction, Degon.
It might be, but Saucy Cells is gonna wish he's in a fan's fiction because he goes down as well.
Yeah, he
all
was
the
in a-
while UCSD is gonna be able to take the dragon.
Pretty sure he was in Ixon Bay's fan fiction there, and that is where the tree gets chopped down by industrialism as Ixon Bay picks up that kill. Oh, taking a little bit of turret. Jaeyoung gets the steal off, but overall a kill and a dragon versus the red buff. Definitely a trade in favor of the Tritons. And they find themselves with a 2k lead after 8.5 minutes.
I've been updated here by SV Parkala.
Oh.
Oriana died, but here goes Ping Me Int. He's trying to make that happen again. He does.
Fire
Obese
command.
Panda goes invisible. That'll help him out. So in a 1v2, the counter gank is there, but again, Felix goes down. And the stacks, man. The stacks are going away. Here comes the curtain call. Long-range shots going to be blocked out here by a KO win. Shopping looking to get a little bit of damage for the last shot. Won't be able to get it. But either way, the lane now has been overpressured here by limited extent and shopping. And we'll get to see Akia Win's under the tower farming skills.
Yeah, and we might see an under the tower dive as an Obese Panda is currently in the area. You just chill him there. Probably waiting for the red buff to spawn or someone to walk in there. But meanwhile, speaking of walking in there, Ping Me Int is coming up looking for a gank around here.
Yeah, and level 6 has been reached by Sivir. So on the hunt could be popped in the top lane. Ixon Bay just
It's going to be awkward.
really just doing this. Ping Me Int now trying to get in there. Shopping very low, forced to flash away. Lots of pings coming down, and Obese Panda misses the hop over the wall. So Guy stuck. The go ahead and ulti out of Lulu going to go ahead and slow things down. But here goes Ping Me Int. He pops off with 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be a massive turnaround by UC Riverside. All 4 members in the bot lane live.
What an incredible play by Ping Me Int. The flash jump from Ixon Bay. He flashed to try and get the auto attack root off, but it wasn't what he wanted as Ping Me Int was left completely alone there and just got reset after reset. He only found 2 kills, but the clean 4 for 0 means that this tower is in the sights of UCR, and they are firmly back in this game now, Degon.
Absolutely. 6 stacks on top of that Dark Seal. It's already getting big. Jaeyoung, the whole time, didn't even have to join the fight, was able to go ahead and chunk down that mid lane to half health. But a huge, huge play, bouncing the game right back into just the balance right here. It's a 200, 300 gold lead right now for UCSD, but the main carry, the fed one in the mid lane, Ping Me Int, on top. And the other carry that's really notable, Akia Win 1-0-3, hanging in there with some CS, but now Obese
Jaeyoung.
Panda
He's in trouble.
in there. Jaeyoung get over the wall, is able to go get over the wall. Obese Panda trying to get in, do a little more void spikes, not going to stop him. That could have been disaster for Jaeyoung. Jaeyoung going in anyways, ball delivery service, but it's for the other team. Ping Me Int getting in, does get morphed, and now in a little bit of trouble because here comes the curtain call over the wall.
Oh!
Akio Win flashing forward, picks up the kill. Felix, what are you doing? He gets taken down again.
Oh my goodness, what is going on, D-God? At first it looked like Jaeyoung got out by the hair on his chinny chin chin. Then he decides, I'm just gonna dive in, but he got totally clobbered. And then we're like, all right, so clearly that did not work out for UCR. But all of a sudden, here comes Akio Win. Oh, jeez. So...
Flash forward 80 carry feels good, man.
Yeah, and he didn't get punished for it either. That's 8 stacks over to Ping Me Int Dark Seal. He hasn't upgraded it yet. It's interesting that he's going for the Negatron again, probably building for that early Abyssal. But overall, Riverside now, you know, they have more kills. Their gold is about even, but they're finding advantages and putting them on the right champions, which is exactly what you want if you are a UCR fan. So good stuff so far.
Solid stuff. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the map, see where the junglers are. And Kha'Zix is on the top side of UCR's base. Might be trying to gank Saucy Cells. Just getting a little bit of vision. Lee Sin now working his way on the bottom side of the map. So is Katarina, but Katarina has been spotted by a ward. But either way, and there you go. You can see the side of UCSD just backing off the tower. Very, very smart play. Very difficult thing to do, just backing off when you don't have complete knowledge of where everyone is. But either way, that's going to go ahead and prolong their life. And now maybe a little bit of a dive set up on the top side of the map. The knowledge is that the bottom side is stacked with players of UCR. Right. So UCSD coming in for the gank. Obese Panda able to get the damage down. Saucy Cells in a little bit of trouble. Does go down. Flashes away again. Forces the flash out of Obese Panda. Very low, and he's going to live. Barely Ixinbei and Obese Panda pushing the limits of tower sharing.
That being said, though, because 2 champions are on the top side, that means mid is totally defensive.
Jaeyoung able to get the kick backwards. Ping Me Int not able to do too much there onto Shopping. Shopping polymorphing, but not going to be enough. Goes down. Jaeyoung, I want everyone to know that Jaeyoung threw that Q out there and completely missed. Either way, did his job, kicked backwards and got the kill.
D-God, this is a safe space. We don't gotta hate. The gank worked, they got the turret. Riverside found the advantage. No one needed to bring that up.
Media,
you know what?
Please.
Riverside said, shopping, you can do all the shopping you want in base because you're dead. And that's the 3rd kill that they have gotten on the poor Lulu support so far. That being said, though, because they just had those advantages, they were pretty low and are forced to recall, which means that the Obese Panda might actually get this jump on the dragon.
Jump on the dragon, indeed. This is the Infernal. It will head on over to UCSD, so that's going to definitely help them scale into the late game, especially champions like Orianna and Jhin.
And they're going to need it, too. Look at the Katarina they're up against. Tierra hasn't farmed too well, but 5, 1, and 4. 100% kill participation so far. 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. Has a Negatron Cloak for good measure, and then is nearly completed the Hex Tech item as well. If I'm not mistaken, that's going to be that Gunblade for the slow end damage. Oh, trouble in the bot lane.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Nowhere to go, and Lee Sin is nowhere nearby to do anything other than walk around in the top side of his jungle. So that kill, just kind of a mispositioning there, a little too far up out of Saucy Cells. And again, the Bay, Ixinbei, doing his job.
If a tree feeds in the ball lane and no one is around there to see it, does that mean he actually feeds? Oh.
I don't know, but Ping Me Int wants to find something to feast on. Ixinbei getting in, gets exhausted. There's the ball, picks up a kill. Shockwave takes down Jaeyoung. And now Ping Me Int getting help from Akio Win. Akio Win isn't able to do too much after that, though. Ixinbei just sitting on everyone's face. That's a fan fiction that's happening right now. It's a double kill heading on over to Felix. And Felix now 3-3-2, starting to scale up.
So very aggressive there by the blue side, and UCSD just completely taking advantage of it. Very nice 2-man Shockwave from Felix. He's been looking more comfortable on the Orianna, and overall, just both of these teams hitting hard back and forth, back and forth. Now advantage over to UCSD. Ping Me Int probably can't defend this on his own, and they might actually just dive.
Yeah, they thought about it. A very nice Shunpo way is going to get him to safety. But now Saucy Cells goes in first. Ping Me Int does have the ultimate up and ready to go. Ixinbei in a little bit of trouble. Jaeyoung going to pick that one up for his troubles. And so the Bay getting a little too touchy and gets taken down by the rest of the team.
I think it was because he was touching the wrong people in the wrong situation.
I agree. 10 to 10 is our score.
Yeah, UCSD there, getting a little bit too aggressive themselves. Oh boy, collision crowd.
His plat 1 was showing. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
happened.
no, come on, man. Just so we all know, Twitch chat is loving the plat 1 jokes. It actually is pretty funny because he's been playing so well. Definitely not an actual plat 1 player.
No, definitely not.
More like a Diamond 5 Kappa.
Yeah.
Oh boy, all right. Well, taken moment. Yeah, part of the craziness of collegiate means that we can barely banter. So I'm glad that we're getting our alliteration and our memes out of the way in these brief moments that we have together, Deacon. It's been actually never. I don't think you and I have ever casted together, huh?
No, I think we did maybe in High School Star League once.
Yeah, maybe in
Back
HSL like
in the
a
day.
year ago or something. A throwback.
That much just like UCSD is enjoying this 1,000 gold lead right now. Maybe not as much as they were before that tower with Dixon Bay, but either way.
Degon is roboting, which means as of right now it'll be a smoosh show.
Go for it.
Oh, I don't actually know if that go for it sounded good or not. You can let us know, Mr. Producer. All right, well, pushing this top lane out, the topside turret from the red team is really low, so UCR can probably pick that advantage up. Looks like right now, though, Limited Extent and Shopping are still intent on defending it. And really, all eyes for me are going to be, what's the next play coming out from Ping Me INT and this UCR side? Degon, you back?
I am back. It does look like it's just going to be a lot of pressure on that top side of the map.
Yeah, all right, folks. We're going to get Degon to come back. Or we're just going to keep on looking at this top lane. That turret nearly goes down. Still about at 700 HP, though, so essentially 20%. Ping Me INT can't engage, of course. As that cat, you need to wait for the other champions to blow their crowd control before you want to blow your load all over their faces. As of right now, though, UCSD has done a good enough job of defending their turret. It's a question of how long is that going to last. Ixon Bay in the bottom lane up against Saucy Cells, pushing out the wave with that Sunfire means he's going to be pushing out the wave quite a bit faster than his Maokai counterpart. And yeah, past few minutes for all the action we've seen so far have been pretty tame. Ooh, as soon as I say that, an Obese Panda jumping on to Ping Me INT uses, and the Void Assault not getting a kill is actually a pretty good advantage over to UCR.
Saucy and Ixon now going back at it for a little bit. Just the tanks going 1-1. But either way, still, Katarina still scaling, waiting for that, the book to be bought to get fully stacked up here. Hasn't quite happened yet. And now, Saucy getting in a little bit of trouble, even through the Maelstrom.
Yeah, it's not risky at all.
Too much.
He's so tanky.
Ixon
is coming around here. Saucy Cells not taken down just yet, and I don't actually think Jae Young can make anything happen unless he lands this. Oh, he forces the flash. Okay.
There was a last tower shot that was going in as well, but now Akio went in a little bit of trouble. Ooh. Nice spell shield at the last second, and here comes Ping Me INT. The Wild Growth able to slow that aggression down.
Bot lane.
And now Jae Young forced to go out. Oh, but it's too late. Felix picks up a kill. He's feeling it. So, aggression all across the map.
All right, so the 3 champions at the top. Aren't pulling any punches. It could go either way. All right, folks. So it sounds like we're having some more problems. Unfortunate, but we are going to be keeping the show going as the UCSD picks up the third Drake of the game. They're going for the full Avatar status. 3 elemental drakes so far. Just waiting on that Mountain Drake, see if that spawns next. Actually, I can just take a look myself, and it's going to be a Cloud Drake. Lame. Anyway.
It would have made Freak happy. Freak loves it, but everyone else doesn't.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right, so we're back in. I think the hype has been overloading our internet or something, but right now, 22 minutes into the game, Degon, a slight advantage over to UCSD, but honestly, both teams could take this lead.
Oh, Ping Me I Ain't, though, in a little bit of trouble. Uses the ult there very late. Death Lotus gonna force back Obese Panda. Akio Win able to go ahead and slow things down with the spell shield. Sora Sky, interestingly, was the target there for the depth charge. That was kind of awkward.
That was. For now, though, UCSD is going to be pushing on this turret, and considering how low some of the members of Riverside are...
Oh, it's a four-man shockwave coming out of Felix! UCSD Felix popping off. It only led to one kill. The last shot does not slow down Saucy, but everyone is very low. They might not be able to defend this tower. Felix with a game-changing ultimate there. We've been waiting to see him do something positive, and slowly but surely, Deathcap built Morella Namicon as well, and now he's starting to scale up very, very hard.
That shockwave, absolutely nutty, and they're going to get 3 turrets off of it, is what it looks like. Since Akio Wind is dead, that's the main wave clear completely gone. Holy moly. That was an absolutely incredible shockwave. All right, guys, just imagine we had replays and replay that 4-man shockwave under turret in your minds. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, that was good. That was a good time.
That's it, folks. That's the best play of the. That's the play of the series. Man.
I kind of feel like that's UCR in a nutshell, right? They wanted to defend the tower, but there was no micro call of that macro call. They didn't say what they want to do, what cooldown, who are they trying to engage on.
Right.
And they all just kind of hugged the tower, and Felix loved that. And
yeah,
the
see you later, thing, the simple way to say it is they didn't respect the shockwave. That's all it was. And speaking of lack of respect, Saucy Cells is gonna get slowed down if that Gen lands.
Saucy Cells will be able to get out. Won't go to 6 deaths, but he hasn't been doing his job as a tanky tree in the top lane. Alliteration.
Well, he's been taking a lot of damage. Oh my god. What the heck?
Great play by Felix. Puts the ball on himself, gets the shockwave. Everyone else tries to go in. A 3-man bubble coming out of Nami, but it's not enough. Jay Young goes down. Akio Wind wasn't in range to get damage down. It would have been so much damage. Saucy Cells down, taken down as well. And now Sora Sky gets brought back down to earth. Akio Wind, the only one left alive. 5 members of UCSD still alive, and they're going to turn onto the Baron and take it.
Ping Me I Int was praying to something when he went for that play, because there were so many answers coming out of Felix's Orianna, the exhaust, the protection, the shockwave. But then shopping was nearby, and Ping Me I Int should have at least known. Such a risky play, and seemingly for no reason as well, puts the Tritons in such a massive lead because they reduce some of the Dark Seal stacks while also obtaining the Baron, and now that trinity of jungle, mid, and bot are all so strong. This is gonna be a mountain to climb for the Riverside squad, if they can even climb it, because honestly, after seeing a play like that, Degon, it makes me wonder whether or not some of the players are getting a little bit frustrated.
Absolutely. I bet Saucy Cells was like, hey man, I wanna see you make a play. And everyone said, who? And he pinged on the mid laner, and that was that.
The anonymous ping. He just pings, and you don't actually.
The question mark. It's over.
Oh no, that's. Oh, hold on. Bye.
See ya, Sora.
Ooh. All right, so technically, in Pokemon, a bug versus water matchup is completely neutral. But in this case, if the bug is 5, 2, and 6, a level 14 Kha'Zix versus a level 9 Nami, that is going to be pretty damn super effective. And with that pick and the Baron buff, another turret taken down by the Tritons.
That's right. Scyther popping off all over that Goldeen. And Sora Sky's going to have a couple more seconds to think about that one. And The base is just falling apart. Not a lot that can be done here by the side of UCR. They're just going to watch the top inhibitor go down. Jae Young looking for some sort of a pick. Flashes backwards, but a flash met by Felix. I mean, it was a play they had to try, and he landed on the priority target there in Felix. The shockwave was down because it was used on Sora Sky, but a very, very quick flash away by Felix gets him kicked backwards and to safety.
I wonder if they had actually gotten the perfect kick, if they could have even killed the Orianna against the wild growth from the Lulu and the protection they had, because that was a 4v5 fight anyway. That was the Hail Mary play for UCR, and unfortunately it does not work out, so this second turret is going to go down.
Ultimate was popped, but now Sora Sky getting hit by the shockwave. Saucy Cells does a decent job. Ping Me Iant goes in, but he's not able to assess anybody, and down he goes. Now it's the shooting gallery time. Akio will be able to go ahead and live, but either way, that's the base. Probably going to be the game here and the series. Congratulations to UCSD, the school, the Tritons, taking this one home. They're going to beat the Highlanders after cutting off their head here in a little bit. Just a solid game. Jae Young able to pick up a kill, maybe not. Akio Win still alive. But nope, there goes Jae Young. He gets taken down. Limited extent, not limited at all. The full extent of his power being absolutely reached. And that's going to be the game here. Congratulations. They'll be moving on to the round of 8 in the West bracket.
So a little bit of playing with their food there, but UCSD completes the 28-minute game. I saw Saucy Cells saying that UCR greater than UCSD in chat as they all alt F forward, but unfortunately not at League of Legends as far as that's concerned, as the 4th seed UCSD continues with their perfect record in the ULoL Collegiate Star League series.
Absolutely, and it was a very dominant performance, and what I really like about this team is that it's coming from multiple players. Last game, even in this game, Obese Panda did well and led the team with his ganks, but he didn't pop off as hard as he did last game. This time it came out of limited extent, and Felix, again, after a rough start, able to go ahead, find his footing, and slow down the amazing start that Ping Me Iant had. He was a 6-1, gives up 2 kills, loses his stacks in the Dark Seal, and now the pressure to make plays. Saucy Cells getting taken to the shed by the Bay, and it was all over the map. So I think this team is built for the long run. I really, really like the way UCSD played.
Yeah, the Tritons, it wasn't a one-man show. All of them showed smart individual play. They showed really strong macro, and really for the members of UCR, yes, their Katarina went off. Yes, Ping Me Ian was doing what he can, but it wasn't enough. And so UCSD will advance. And really, the California side, the Western region has been considered one of the best regions in terms of basically the extent of the history of University of League of Legends games at the collegiate level. So I don't know, man. UCSD, they might only be seeded 4th in the West on the West Coast, but that probably means they're like a top 8 team in the nation.
Absolutely. And, looking back at UCR's season, beating Cal State Fullerton, Long Beach, San Bernardino, and the last school that they played, only losing to the top seed in their bracket. They had a very respectable season here in the Collegiate Star League. They have pieces in place that they can continue to build around, but they just met the steamroller that is San Diego. So with that, congratulations to UCSD, GG to UCR. That's going to call it a night here from the Collegiate Star League. Quick shout outs to our sponsors, Band Gaming. Thanks again for being the primary social lab for the College Star League. Find out more at band.us/home. Check them out at the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Twitch Gaming, obviously the largest streaming platform in gaming. Thanks to them to supporting collegiate esports from PAX West to PAX East and many other events. CSL would not be what it is today without the help and support of them. And welcome to the family. Thank you so much. It's Azus joining the CSL family for the 2016 and 17 season, provider of everything esports from monitors, laptops, routers, graphics cards, motherboards, and more. Don't enter your next battle unless you're equipped with Azus. Thank you so much. Seamoose, any closing words?
Go Tritons.
Go Tritons. So with that, we'll close it out here. I'm Daniel Deacon Gonzalez. With me was Seamoose. Thank you for watching so much. Watching UC San Diego take over UC Riverside 2-0. We'll see you next week for the round of 8 in the ULoL campus